You're listening to the Marketing Funnel Show, episode number 54. Today, we're talking about 3 marketing myths that are absolutely messing with your success. So let's dive right on in. Welcome to the Marketing Funnel Show. I'm your host, Michelle Evans, and this is the podcast for coaches, experts, and online business owners to learn how to go from simply surviving to sold out using the power of marketing funnels. All right, let's jump into today's show. Well, hello and welcome to another episode of the Marketing Funnel Show. Listen, if you want to join the ranks of successful entrepreneurs, if you want to call yourself a successful entrepreneur, you've got to figure out just one big thing: how to attract a steady flow of buyers into your business. Isn't that the truth? Because without the steady flow of buyers, it's really tough to run your business. And I've got to say, when it comes to attracting new customers, new clients, new students, new mastermind participants, whatever it is that you're selling, there are so many marketing myths that can absolutely get in the way of your success. And I know because I've fallen for some of them, my friends, and I've shared them with you on past episodes. The truth is that when you attract a group of people who actually want to buy what you've got, it's a whole lot easier to grow your business quickly and profitably and feel great about what you're doing without feeling like you have to spend your life marketing and selling yourself. And nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants to feel like, oh, I have to get up and I have to hustle my behind. Okay, maybe Gary Vee feels that way, but most of us do not feel like we want to get up and market ourselves morning, noon, and night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right? But if I were to say, hey, just go find your people, it's not that easy, right? It's not that easy to just say, all right, I'm opening the doors of my business and my people are going to come flocking in. And maybe you're one of those people who maybe you don't know who to target, because you can help so many different kinds of people with your skills and your background and, your passions and your capabilities. Or maybe you're one of those people who knows exactly who your dream buyer is, but you're not sure where they're hiding or if they even exist. Or maybe you've already found an audience, but they seem like they're just chock full of freebie hunters who literally grab their wallet, lock it down, and run the moment you offer anything for sale. With all of the tools and the insights and the resources that we have available today, why is it so darn hard to find and attract the right people so that your business is always full of eager buyers? Well, that is the question that we're going to really dive into, because knowing who your buyers are, knowing where they are, knowing how to connect with them, when you can figure that out and have a process, everything changes in your business. So just tell me, does any of this sound familiar? You've been hustling your buns off, doing a ton of marketing stuff, but it's hard to know if or where your tribe is hiding out, where your people are, and if they even want to buy what you've got. Oh, I've been there. I have so been there. And I know I did an episode on mini offers, M-I-N-I. Mini is a hard word to say because you think it's like many, like M-A-N-Y, or mini, like M-I-N-I. But mini offers, boy, that's how I really was able to figure out who my buyers were for my course. And if you've ever, wanted to offer something new and you weren't sure if there were buyers, I urge you to go and listen to that episode, and we'll link up to it in today's show notes. But knowing, where they're at and if they want to buy what you've got, it makes a huge difference in your marketing approach. So what about this? Does this sound familiar? You've spent time and money on quote unquote proven marketing strategies in the past that were supposed to attract the right audience, but so far it just hasn't worked. So now you're wondering, hey, is there some secret that I'm missing? Or, do I need to be somebody different than who I am? Okay, spoiler alert. No, you don't need to be anybody different than who you are. You might need to hone your skills, but, my favorite resource to really find out the secret that you're missing, which is really just who are you and how do you show up best. My favorite resource, and I get zero money, zero credit for sending you here, is the How to Fascinate quiz that Sally Hogshead did. It is so awesome to find out what are your top strengths. How do you best fascinate your audience? And really, if there's any secret that you're missing, it's really just understanding what your core strengths and abilities are and how to apply them to your business. So I just want to spoiler alert that one. Or how about this? Does this sound familiar? You want to attract an audience of people who love you and want to buy from you, but you're not sure where to start. It's like you see these people with these huge followings already, and it's like, how do I get from where I am to where they are? The truth is, committed entrepreneurs like you and I, we can't afford to sit around hoping that the right people find us online or offline or anywhere so that we can profitably and predictably grow, right? We can't sit around hoping that we meet the right people at events or hoping that, our network refers enough business to us. We can't sit around hoping that, people somehow stumble upon our website and are so blown away by it that they buy from us. These are all thoughts that maybe not consciously, but they're all thoughts that I had. Like, ooh, if I just go to this event, I'll meet the right people, right? Well, we can't afford to sit around just hoping that the right people find us. And if you've ever launched anything, a new freebie, a new course, a new program, maybe a service, or, something else that you're offering, only to have the days and the weeks tick by with crickets, right? Very few people trickling in, maybe nobody buys, then you've already encountered that really mean voice in your head whispering, you're not good enough, right? Oh, that mean voice. Well, I gotta tell you, that voice, it's a liar. You are good enough, but there's just a whole lot of bad advice out there. And in my experience, there are 3 really, really common marketing myths that are to blame when you just can't get the traction that you want with your product or your service or whatever it is that you're offering. And today, we're going to bust those myths. I'm going to bust those myths for you and show you what to do instead so that you consistently have a parade of profitable buyers streaming into your business. Hello? Can you just... If you're driving, don't do this. But if you're not driving, close your eyes and imagine just this parade of people who are excited and eager and thrilled that they've connected with you, that you have something that's going to help them, that they're ready to buy from you. That's a parade of profitable buyers, like people who are eager and happy and, thrilled almost to buy from you. So you can grow your business without ever having to feel salesy, pushy, or desperate. And I know, my friends, I've shared this with you in the past. I have been in those positions where I'm like, I really have to make a sale. And thank goodness I'm not in that place anymore because it felt yucky. It felt yucky for me and it felt yucky for the other people. But when I busted through these myths and I really, created a process in my business with a marketing funnel, boy, everything changed. It's like, people just showed up ready. So here are the 3 marketing myths that can cause your marketing to flop and what you can do to attract a steady flow of eager buyers into your business so that you don't have to go back to those times of like, I just need somebody to buy. All right, myth number 1. My audience is everyone. Yeah, I've made this mistake. Many, 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 many entrepreneurs think of their audience as literally anyone with a pulse and a wallet, right? I know I started my business this way. Or maybe they've narrowed it down to a still extremely broad group, like moms, runners, or corporate professionals. So these business owners, these coaches, these consultants, these creatives, these experts, these service providers, these entrepreneurs think that they're being smart and savvy by including a really broad audience to target with their marketing efforts because they don't want to leave anyone out, right? And having a broad audience, it creates a problem. When you talk to a broad group of everyone, you're actually talking to nobody. Let that sink in. When you're talking to everyone, your message really isn't for anybody. Your message is so generic that your audience, the people who really want and need what you have to offer, they'll actually ignore it. So, for example, there's a big difference between a first-time mom with an infant struggling with, sleep deprivation, hormones, trying to figure out nursing, like, do I need to do sleep training or will this baby figure it out? Like, what's normal stages? Like, all the first-time mom anxiety wrapped up in sleep deprivation and crazy hormones. There's a big difference between a mom dealing with that and a mom of 3 dealing with the dreaded 4 Ds of raising a teenager, right? Driving, drugs, devices, and dating. I know because I've been a first-time mom of an infant trying to figure out like, oh my gosh, how can I even get in the shower? And now years later, I'm the mom of a teenager dealing with the 4 Ds of teenagers, driving, drugs, devices, and dating daily, right? Those are really, so if you just said, I work with moms, all right, what kind of moms are you working with? Because there's a lot of variations of moms, right? And the same is true with your audience. If you want to actually find and create buyers within your perfect audience, your marketing strategy needs to include 4 key phases. Number 1, you got to warm them up. Number 2, you've got to invite them in. And number 3, you need to set that stage. And number 4, you need to give them an offer, something to move forward, right? All of these phases must tap into a specific problem your perfect audience already wants to solve. So again, if you're thinking about moms, a mom of a first-time mom with an infant has really different problems they want to solve than a mom dealing with picky eaters in, the early elementary ages or late toddler years, or a mom dealing with the 4 Ds of teenagers. Like, those are really different problems they want to solve. So when you get super specific about who your audience actually is and what they're struggling with, then you build a marketing funnel system to attract and engage them automatically. Because when you do this, absolutely everything will change in your business. You'll begin attracting the right people with content that engages your perfect audience. And actually creating that content is going to be really easy because you know who you're talking to. You know what you're talking about. It's not so broad and generic that it's hard to narrow it down, right? You'll notice that your audience starts paying attention to what you create because it's absolutely speaking directly to a pain or a current situation going on in their life. And it shows that you get who they are. You understand them. And you'll suddenly have eager buyers swarming around your offers because you've taken them on a journey from pain to possibility by directly speaking to their big burning desire, like a desire of a first-time mom of a baby. Their big burning desire is, how the heck do I get to sleep again? A mom of a teenager has other big burning desires, like, how do I stay connected with my kid? How do I monitor what they're doing without so overprotecting them that they start sneaking around? Like, there's other desires, right? And the mom of kids who won't eat, I deal with all these things, right? The mom of kids who won't eat healthy food, like, how do I get them to go? I found this great book, From Mac and Cheese to Veggies Please. I was like, ooh, I have to buy that book because it's exactly what I'm looking for. So, when you know what your audience's big burning desire is, boy, is it easy to really connect with them. And like that book on Amazon, I literally typed into Amazon, get kids to eat vegetables. And this book popped up that says, from mac and cheese to veggies, please. I was like, that is exactly what I need. I didn't even read the reviews. I just bought that book, boom, like that. Because it spoke exactly to what I was looking for. And that's what I'm talking about, is that when you know what your audience is struggling with, it's so much easier to connect with them and to get them engaged and have them be super excited, eager buyers. But it only happens when you know exactly who you're speaking to and what their big burning pain is that they want to solve. So when you do this right, you'll create a predictably profitable business with a marketing funnel that becomes your 24/7 audience engaging sales machine. Like, it never takes a second off, but you can. And best of all, this frees you up to focus on the work that you love to do, on the, clients or students or customers that you love to serve, and the work that you do best. And I really want to invite you today. I have created a PDF, a downloadable PDF guide. It's called 5 Proven Marketing Funnels to Easily Attract New Clients. So you can grab your free copy today at today's show notes, which you can get at themarketingfunnelshow.com/54. Just the number 54. And you can download this guide, and it's going to show you exactly what these funnels look like. All right, let's move on to myth number 2. My audience needs highly valuable information. Oh my gosh, I have fallen for this myth too. Let's all, silently raise our hands, right? How many times have we thought, oh, my audience needs highly valuable information. They need all the details. They need all the insights. And how many times have you heard someone say, give your audience such valuable information that they would pay you for it? I'm sure you've heard that bit of advice floating around, because I know I've heard it probably 10 times this week. The problem is that most of us think that value means we have to teach our audience to know what we know, to become experts like we are. Or even worse, and I know both my hands are raised right here because I've done both of these. Or even worse, we try to prove that we are experts. I've shared with you in the past, one of my the first lead magnet I ever created took me 6 months at least, and at least $1,500, maybe more. It was an ebook on career planning stuff. And it wasn't even really aligned to what I was trying to do. It's just something that I felt that I needed to put so much value in. And I was really trying to prove that I was an expert. And nobody wanted it at all. It completely flopped. It was such a waste of time and money. And, when we're doing this, when we're trying to prove that we're experts, we're trying to show that we know our stuff. We're going to share all the valuable tips, all the how-tos, all the tutorials. And we think, when we prove that we're experts, that we're going to convince our audience that we know it, and so they should just come buy from us. But what happens instead, and I know, I'm sitting here with my arm fully raised. What happens instead is that we drown our audience with tons of well-intentioned, highly valuable information that our audience doesn't pay attention to because they're not yet ready for all those details. Oh, this was a hard and painful lesson. This is a hard myth. It's a hard habit to break because we want to serve. We want to show that we know our stuff, right? But when we do that, when we drown our audience in details and information and all that kind of stuff, it means that the very people that we want to attract actually ignore us because we're too overwhelming, we're too detailed, and we're too information heavy. So we're literally drowning them with our valuable content. Just think about somebody in a movie, so it's a pretend drowning. But think about somebody, out there just like getting overwhelmed by waves and waves and waves. And that's what we're doing with our information, is that we're just drowning them with and they're like, I can't take it anymore. So here's a big truth that not enough people talk about. Information alone does not help anyone. What your audience really, really needs is something else entirely. They need that. They need like, oh my God, I want that moment. They need an aha moment that goes, that's what I'm looking for. They need stories, not, step by step, 28-step how-tos. They need examples of outcomes and transformations and, insights, not specific tutorials. They need to believe that the results they want, that they really dream about, they need to believe that they're possible. Not just the theory behind it, but the actual I could see myself doing that. Your audience needs to believe that you're the person or the business that will help them actually get those results. That hopefully through your stories and your examples and all of that they now desperately want and believe are possible. They need to believe that what is valuable. So, they need to believe that you're the person. So answering that, why this offer? Why you or your business, and why now is the time when you can build the belief where they say, yep, that's an offer I want. Yes, that's a person I want to buy from, or the business I want to buy from. And yes, I need to do this now because it's just too painful or too costly or too hard to keep waiting and dreaming and hoping something will change. I now see how I can get what I've been searching for. And, if you think about, for example, that first-time mom who's struggling with crazy sleep deprivation. If you were a sleep coach or a doula or somebody who really helps focus moms so that they can get the rest and the sleep they need while having a healthy, happy baby, if you could build that belief, they would come running. Right? If you, wrote a book like somebody did that said from mac and cheese to veggies, please. I'm sure that the author, I should get that book in the mail today, but I'm sure that the author probably has other offers that go along with this. And I will be checking those out because just the title of the book alone spoke to what the struggle that I'm having with my younger kids. And, and if you just think about this for you, like, what is it? What is the big burning desire that your audience has? What is it that they really dream of? Is it weight loss? Is it more clients in their business? Is it, an easier way to get their blog posts up? Is it, you're solving some corporate problem that they have, like, their data center or something like that? Is it energy work? Do people want to get more in touch with their blocks or what's holding them back or their belief system? Like, whatever it is that you offer, what is that big burning desire that people have? And really, when you're able to help them see that you are the person that can help them, that this offer that you have is what's going to help them get that big burning desire, and that now is the time because they could have these benefits really soon, boy, you're going to have just such an unfair competitive advantage out there in the market. And that's what's valuable to your audience. The stories, the new beliefs, the examples, all of that. Then, and only then, will they be ready to pay attention to all your great teaching. So that's why the early stuff in your marketing funnel needs to be focused on those stories and building those beliefs and tapping into those desires, and not so much the how-tos. And again, that's why I've put together my all new guide that is the 5 proven marketing funnels to easily attract new clients. So you can download your free guide today. And really, when you put a marketing funnel in place and in the beginning of your funnel, you're really intentional about sharing those stories, building those new beliefs, boy, it can make a big difference in your business. All right, let's move on to myth number 3. My audience will buy when they're ready. Yep, I've fallen for this one too. Or at least I told myself this one, right? Is that, I just have to keep giving them tons of value and they'll buy when they're ready. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I hate selling. For a long time in my business, I would do anything else besides get on the phone and sell. And when I say anything else, I'm talking about I would write, 18 blog posts. I would do all the laundry and, whatever other crazy things I could find. I would do anything to avoid getting on the phone and selling. And I justify my avoidance by saying things like, my audience will buy when they're ready. And until then, I'll just keep giving them lots of valuable information so they'll love me and want to buy from me when they're finally ready. All right, if that sounds like you, you're not alone, my friend. I did the same thing and it didn't work very well. But because that sort of thinking, that sort of, excuse making, that sort of avoidance, really, it brings us to an important question. When was the last time you read a blog post, that you listened to a podcast, that you watched a video, attended a webinar, went to an event, or even got a simple email filled with such valuable information, like it was just oozing value, that you dropped everything until you, Google searched to death how you could, buy something from that person, how you could give that person money, even though they didn't ask you to buy anything. Never? Yeah, me neither. But I ran my business like that for a while. And here's the deal. You've got to create an easy, non-salesy way for your audience to go on this journey with you and to make it easy to buy from you. You need to make it easy. You need to create a journey that demonstrates that you totally get your audience, that you know their pain, that you know their struggle, and that you know what their big burning desire is, and more importantly, that you can help them get that. You need to take them on a journey that shows them what's possible on the other side of all those emotions, all the pain, all the struggle, oh my gosh, I wish this could happen for me. They need a clear offer to buy from you so that they can get that big burning desire. If you just keep oozing value at them, they're going to be like, yeah, I get it. You've got it figured out. Yay for you. I'm still stuck. Because nobody wants to just go Google search, okay, how can I actually buy from you, right? If you're reading this post right now, you're in a great position to stop all that hustle marketing, all those tactics that are well-intentioned, that you're trying to give so much value to people. You're in a good position to stop doing all of that crazy stuff and stop everything that takes a ton of effort and doesn't really bring you a steady stream of clients. Instead, you are in a great position to dive into a much more strategic approach before your competitors. You're going to beat your competitors to the punch when you really understand this, that information alone is not going to, suddenly magically boom your business. So that you can fuel your business by attracting the right audience and crafting the right journey for them to go on so that they're eager to buy from you and you make it easy for them to buy from you. Even if your competitors are using marketing tactics that seem exciting and sexy and flashy and fun and interesting and gets a lot of traction, you can gain a significant competitive advantage by being the first to build a complete marketing funnel system that starts at your buyer's pain and really sets the stage to create desire for what you offer so that people can say, okay, I know why this offer and why I can't wait anymore. So now that you know the 3 myths that really cause marketing efforts to flop, again, I've created a detailed free guide to give you the behind the scenes shortcuts to get your marketing funnel up and running fast. My goal is for you to avoid all the marketing hustle that can keep you so busy and overwhelmed and running around hoping that this will work, but doesn't build your predictably profitable business. I want to help you crawl into your audience's mind and create a buyer attracting engine that fuels your business for years to come. I've been building marketing funnels for over 5 years now, and I've made a ton of mistakes along the way. A big one was not knowing how simple it can be to get a marketing funnel up and running fast. And that's why I've created this guide, so that you can easily download these 5 proven marketing funnels to attract new clients into your business, and really you can get started on it right now. So all you have to do to grab that guide is go to today's show notes, which you can find at themarketingfunnelshow.com/54. And you can see the big, yellow graphic. You'll see download your free guide now. It's the 5 proven marketing funnels to easily attract new clients. And friends, these are the funnels that I use in my own business. These are the funnels that I have 19 active funnels in my business right now, but these are the funnels that I have used to create hundreds of funnels for other people too. So I just want you to know this is so possible. It's so possible for you. It's so possible to get this going and to really have a strategic approach to how you're attracting the right people into your business and how you're giving them value, but value in a way that helps them open their eyes and have that aha moment to go, oh, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Just like my from mac and cheese to veggies, please. I was like, yes, that's what I need. That's what we need in your audience too, right? And it might not be, nutrition stuff that you're focusing on, but your audience is just like I was, a couple days ago when I was searching for how to get my kids to eat more vegetables. It might just be on something else, but what is that aha moment where they're like, yes, that's what I need. So this guide is going to help you really get in touch with that. And then I'll be sharing even more in the next few episodes and, just all around of how to set that stage, how to get your people so that they're having that aha moment and saying, I need to pay attention to what you have to offer. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. And if you found this episode valuable today, I would encourage you to think about 1 or 2 people that you could share it with who might get a lot out of this message, who maybe are busting their tails in getting marketing, really valuable marketing information in front of their audience, but it's flopping. Get this in front of them so that they know, A, that they're not alone, and B, that there is a simple way to switch that up and to start changing it for their own business. All right, I look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place, for another great episode of The Marketing Funnel Show. Talk soon.